You're watching Yoga with Marcie, and I'm Marcie. Today's video, we are going to do a yoga practice. I think we're going to do a few balancing poses, and so let's see how those go. If you've been on any of my practices before, you know I am not the best at balancing poses, so we will see how that goes. So let's start off on our hands and knees. A few cat-cows, starting with cow, going into cat, and then just kind of doing these with our breath in a kind of continuous motion. How are you all doing today? Are you having a good day? It is relatively early in the morning for me, so not too much has gone wrong yet. But there's always time for that, right? Okay, let us get into a downward dog. I know we're getting into one early, but I want us to do a pigeon pose. So, oh goodness, that was a stretch. Let's get into our downward dog. Then right leg up, dog split. We're gonna put our leg through diagonally to pigeon pose, and I'm going to put 2 blocks down. There's a lot of dog hair on there for my forearms. And as always, feel free to modify as you see fit. If you want to go all the way down to the ground, if you want to raise your foot and your knee off the ground, well, not your foot off the ground, your knee off the ground, feel free. Kind of, if you want to stay up like this, that is always an option as well. So feel free to take whichever modification variation that you like. Goodness, it has been a minute since I've done a full practice, so we will see how this goes. TBD. What do you think? You think it'll go well? Let's find out. Okay, let's go back into downward dog. Left leg up, dog split. Then we're going to put our leg through diagonally. Back into pigeon pose, just on the other side. Give us a little bit of a stretch. I'm tired. Are you tired? I guess it depends on when you're practicing, what you've done today. But I'm tired. It's not a good sign when we start out in pigeon pose and I'm already tired. Is it? We're going to see how this is going to go. Because I have big plans for this practice. Well, I don't know if they're big plans. Medium-sized plans. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm going to move my blocks out of the way. Get back into downward dog. We're going to have our feet meet our hands for forward fold. We're going to come up to stand. I'm going to do a couple sun salutations. So I had planned, am I out of frame? I don't know. Let me stand back farther. I had planned 5. Do you think we can do 5? Let's get a drink of water just to prepare. Okay. So anyway, my plan was to do 5. So let's just do a couple and we'll see if we want to go with my plan or not. Okay, if you don't remember, sun salutations start in mountain pose. Start with arms overhead. Go down into forward fold. Look up for a flat back. back down into forward fold. Put our hands down, feet out to plank pose. Lower ourselves down to the ground. Lift ourselves up for cobra pose. Back into downward dog. Then our feet will meet our hands. And forward fold. Look up for a flat back. Back down into forward fold. And all the way back up. Okay. It wasn't too bad, but it was only one sun salutation, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Ugh, dog hair stuck to my lip. This is why you shouldn't put chapstick on before doing yoga. Because, well, if your, space is covered in dog hair. Okay, let's go ahead and do sun salutation number 2. I mean, maybe your space isn't covered in dog hair. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I literally ran the robot vacuum too yesterday, but it doesn't matter. Forward fold, then flat back. Okay. Now I'm starting to feel it. Only after 2. This is going to be a fun practice. Okay, let's go ahead into number 3. Okay. I think we can do it. What do you think? I know my plank pose is not the best, but that's okay. Because we just do the best that we can. Okay. With plank pose, you try to lower yourself down with a little more control. And so if you have that strength, oh goodness, tired. If you have that strength and control, do the best you can to kind of lower yourself down in that way. Okay, I say let's go ahead and do number 4. See, I know my arms are not very strong yet. That's okay. Dog hair everywhere. Okay. Okay. Got one more. Then we're doing a water break. But we're gonna wait until we do our last sun salutation before we get our water break. You can take one now if you want. You're always welcome to. You don't have to wait for me. Okay. Let's take a breath. Sun salutation number 5. I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. Oh, there's dog hair everywhere. Goodness. Our well-deserved water break. I'm tired. What do you think? I think we should do some balancing poses first. You're like, I don't know what's in your head, Marcie. I don't know either. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do a few poses. Sorry for all the yawning. I guess I shouldn't do yoga this early. It's not even that early. It's like 8 o'clock. But I guess I shouldn't do yoga this early. Okay. I'm going to use my blocks as props. Feel free to not use them if you don't need them. We're going to do pyramid pose. So in order to do that, we're going to put our blocks down. We're going to kind of get ourselves with our right leg bent, looking forward. I feel like sometimes pyramid pose is not bent. Maybe we'll do both. We'll do it with our knee bent, and then with our knee not bent. Okay. So this is a variation of pyramid pose we'll go with. Then let's straighten our leg. Yeah, I think that's right. It's getting a little bit more of a stretch. Okay, then we're going to switch sides. Put our left leg between the blocks. We're going to start with our leg bent. Then we're going to straighten our leg. Oh, that is a stretch. Whew, goodness. I'm like trying to get up taller, so it's not as much of a stretch. There we go. Okay, we're going to do this 2 more times on each side. So right leg, have our leg bent, knee bent. Okay, then we're going to straighten our leg. Okay, switch sides. Left leg, our leg bent. And we're going to straighten our leg. This one is a stretch, well, at least for me. Is it a stretch for you? Okay, last one on each side, right leg bent. And straighten the right leg. Okay. And switch sides. Last one. Last one completely of this. Have our leg bent. And then we'll straighten our leg. My left leg is so much worse. That is a stretch. Okay, I'm just going to come down and do a quick malasana, just as like a little bit of a rest pose. We're going to have our feet kind of spread out to the side, have our hands in prayer pose. Again, maybe this isn't like a relaxing pose for you, but trying to keep our back straight. Feel free to kind of adjust your legs, your hands as needed for you. If you feel like you need your legs a little wider, that's totally okay. My legs are pretty wide here, and that's okay because we're all just doing the best that we can. We don't have to be yoga experts. I'm definitely not, and you don't have to be either. So That's okay. Okay. Now I want us to do a couple more balancing poses. I guess we didn't do any balancing poses yet. I want us to do a couple balancing poses. We're going to stand back up. We're going to take a water break again. Who knew pyramid pose would be just as tiring as sun salutations? Okay. Keep our blocks where they are. We're going to kind of get down into pyramid pose like we were. This is with your leg bent, right foot between our blocks. And then we're going to go ahead and lift our left leg up. Kind of keep ourselves balanced. Keep our ankle strong. Okay. We're going to switch sides. Left leg down, we'll see. You know how it's not always the same on either side. Left leg, standing on your left leg between, left foot between the blocks, right leg up. Okay, and we'll do this one more time on each side. Right leg down, left leg comes up. And feel free if you need to modify the position of the blocks or anything like that. Okay, we'll do last one on our left foot. Right leg comes up. Goodness. Sorry if that one wasn't as long. Feel free to keep going. I'm tired. Goodness. Like in both ways. Like exhausted tired and also like sleepy tired. Okay, that kind of hurt my hands a little bit. We're going to go ahead and take a quick child's pose and come down here. Have our knees spread a little bit. You can move your blocks out of the way. Kind of just lower ourselves down with our head facing whichever direction is most comfortable. I'm so tired. Feel free to always take a child's pose if you need it. At any time throughout any practice. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more balancing poses. I think we can do it. I think so. I think let's give it a try. If we can't, that's okay. Okay, so we're going to get back standing. I'll use my blocks to get myself up. Okay, so for this one, you just need one block. We're going to do half moon pose. And let's see, how do we want? Yeah, this should work. So having our block kind of in front of our foot like this. And then we're going to lean over for our block, put our hand on our waist, put our left leg up. Feel free to adjust as needed. I think for me, the hardest part is having all my weight on my hand. Whoa. Or falling over. That went well. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the other side. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Okay, you good? We're good? Okay. Okay, so left leg rooted, right leg up. You can feel free if you want to raise your hand off of your waist. Feel free if that's comfortable for you. If you'd rather keep your hand on your waist, that's totally fine as well, like I did in my previous one, and I still fell over. Gotta keep some concentration with these balancing poses. Okay, whoa. Okay, since we basically fell over a little bit on both of those, we will call that good. That means we did a great job. Okay, so put my blocks up. We're gonna go ahead and do a couple more balancing poses and then we'll be done. Okay. We're gonna start in mountain pose, like so, with our feet kind of a little bit close together. And we're gonna start yawning. It's not part of the practice, but that's okay. Then we're going to kind of root our right leg down, put our hands up overhead, and then tilt a little bit to the right, picking our left leg up off the ground. Okay, that's okay if you can only do it for a few seconds, as I did. You're welcome to do it as many seconds as you can continuously, but that's okay if you can only do it just for a little bit. Okay. It's like when you have these grand ideas and then your body is just like, nope, not doing this. Okay, so let's root our left leg down and lean to the left with our right leg lifted, however high feels comfortable for you. Okay. So, you know how I always talk about listening to your body? My body is just telling me, don't do anything else, Marcie. And that's okay. I'm starting to feel nauseous, and that's not good. So, I think we're going to call most of this practice good because I'm going to listen to my body. You should always listen to your body as well. I was planning on doing tree pose, but we can do that in another practice. That's totally fine. If you'd like to do tree pose, you just stand on one knee, your leg out like this, put your hands up overhead. You can do that on both legs if you like. If you want to do another balancing pose, but in any case, going to get myself on the ground here into Shavasana because I'm listening to my body. Legs, her feet at the corners of the mat, palms facing up. Let's take a few moments to breathe. Always make sure to try to relax and have all of your muscles melt into the mat during Shavasana. Feel free to stay here as long as you like. If you're ready to get on with your day, I like to roll over onto my side. It helps me roll myself up a little bit more easily. But I hope this has still been a good practice. I know we ended a little bit earlier than I would have liked, but again, it's a lesson in listening to your body and realizing that's okay. So if you only got through a third of the practice, half of the practice, that's totally okay too. So in any case, thank you so much for watching and stay well, my friends.